joining us. And again, I want to thank you and Tony Stewart on behalf of myself and everybody at Drag Illustrated for being willing to the photo shoot with Rick Belden, our longtime photographer, and Mike out in North Carolina, going up on the top of the tower at ZMAX and all the running around. We appreciate it greatly. Thanks for letting us tell your story and giving us the time to kind of shed a light on how this whole thing came to be and the crossover and everything else. So thank you.
Absolutely. Well, of course it did. The first communication I got was from Rick Belden, and he was, of course, doing a shoot that I had done with him before. And when he said, hey, there's an opportunity for the cover of DI, and I was like, Wes and I are close. I hadn't heard anything about that. And so the photo shoot happened beforehand, and of course the interview with Nate that Tony and I had done, and he's here too, and I'll drag him on over here. Come on here.
I thought, I don't know how anybody couldn't run up and hug this guy. Like that amount of respect you're showing for our competitors, because I'll speak on behalf of like the drag racing community. This is a group of people who have felt like the redheaded stepchild in motorsports for a long time, right? We don't get drag racers, people like Leah that we look up to and we celebrate. I don't feel they get the respect they deserve from the mainstream media, mainstream motorsports media. I get frustrated every time I watch SportsCenter and I don't see a highlight from a drag race, right? It breaks my heart. And to hear someone like you, as accomplished as you are and the status you maintain in the motorsports industry, be so respectful and give my people some credit, by God, right. It means the world to me. So thank you very much for that. And again, I know you guys got lots to do, but it means a lot for you to take this time and spend it with us. So thank you very much. And I gotta ask, the cover turned out badass, right? It looked killer.
She's on the cover, that's why.
You look good, bro. I thought, man, homeboy looks good. This turned out killer. He's got the scruff. He's got the smoke look. We got sunglasses. This is exactly what we're going for.
I mean, it was right before Q1 on Friday, and we were
it was.
And we're trying to figure out mine, Dodge, and Mopar against Ford Performance, and he only has his shirt, and and they're like, well, Leah's got way more branding, competitive branding against Tony's. I'm like, yeah, but his is singular and it stands out. And there were other photographers trying to jump in on the photo shoot, and
I'm getting texts from Mike that Tony's not like these other photographers up here. Tony, I can tell Tony doesn't like this.
Yeah, that was definitely a high stress situation, but they nailed it. Rick nailed it.
It was put together. It was your guys' idea. Rick came up and he led it, and then all of a sudden we have track photographers following us up there. There's 30 people up there, and no one's pushing nobody out of the way. And they're like, this is actually, it ended up on Instagram. I don't know if you guys saw it. It ended up on Instagram that day.
Oh, really?
A very similar shot, but we untagged and just out of respect because they thought that this was cool.
All the rats were trying to steal the cheese up there.
They don't want to mess with that was cool. That kind of speaks back to what Tony was saying too about the respect. What was cool was that Tony was saying, hey, we're trying to make sure this is exclusive for you guys. You worked hard to try to make this happen and make this color happen. We want to do this with you guys, not with everyone else that's up here. So that actually was the start of us sort of revealing Tony's respect for the sport and what we were doing. So again, that was super cool. It was super stressful. I watched the video you guys put out. I think I had PTSD from that moment and everything that was going on and the stress that was happening. And then Rick, who is just obviously one of the best photographers, alive, he's telling me, man, this background, this lighting is horrible. I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything with this. So I'm going, oh my gosh, how are we going to pull this off? But of course, a cloud came right behind you guys, and that ended up being the cover shot. And Rick says, if we hadn't got that cloud cover, we'd have been toast. So, I guess it was meant to be. So yeah, it was awesome. Appreciate you guys taking the time to do that and working with us on this project.